Hi, I'm Josh Hummer. I'm one of the attorneys here at Relational Estate and Elder Law, and June is Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month. Now, one of the main things we do with clients is help them prepare for the future and prepare for potential incapacity. And Alzheimer's, dementia, and other neurocognitive issues are one of the main ways we see people becoming incapacitated today. I wanted to give you 4 tips on how you should adjust your estate plan in the event you or a loved one gets diagnosed with Alzheimer's, dementia, or another neurocognitive issue. So here they are. The first tip is you need to look carefully at who the agents are in your advanced medical directive and financial power of attorney. If you've named someone who has recently been diagnosed with dementia, Alzheimer's, or something similar to act as your agent, they're not going to be able to do it for very long. So you need to adjust that and update that. The second thing is you need to look at who you've named to be the trustee and executor in your estate plan. These are the people that you're entrusting to actually implement the estate plan once you're deceased. And if you've named someone with dementia or Alzheimer's, they're not going to be able to carry that out most likely, or it's going to be very difficult. The third tip is you need to look at the breadth of authority that's granted in the financial power of attorney and advanced medical directive for the person who's recently been diagnosed with Alzheimer's and dementia. And of course, if they don't have a financial power of attorney and advanced medical directive, you need to get that for them quickly. Even if they do have it, you need to make sure that those documents are broad enough to give whoever is acting as their agent the authority to do what they need to do. And there's 2 particular instances or areas where the authority is not normally broad enough. The first involves making decisions about long-term care and particularly Medicaid. Now, Medicaid is a government program that pays for long-term care, but qualifying for it is tricky. And you have to do some drastic things like give money away, buy special annuities, and set up irrevocable trust. And if the power of attorney is not broad enough, and it doesn't specifically include those authorities, you're not going to be able to adjust and help that person qualify for certain types of long-term care. The second area of breadth that you need to pay attention to is when treatment will be stopped under the advanced medical directive. Again, this is something, if you don't have specifics in the advanced medical directive allowing for granting the authority to stop treatment, you're going to be unable to do it, and the person won't be able to make that decision on their own. So that's the third tip. The fourth tip is you need to think about what the future looks like, God forbid, if the primary caregiver for the person with dementia or Alzheimer's passes away. This is sometimes a spouse, other times a child. But what does it mean now if the person who is caring for the person who has dementia or Alzheimer's is suddenly gone? Are all of the funds going to shift into the name of the person with Alzheimer's and dementia? What's that going to look like? And we regularly recommend updating the estate plan so that someone else has the ability to step in and easily manage finances, easily manage care in that situation. But this is not how estate plans are normally drafted. So this is a change that needs to be made at that time. So those are 4 tips in how we recommend folks adjust their estate plans when they or a loved one has been diagnosed with dementia and Alzheimer's. Now, before I end, I want to make a request, and it's actually more of a plea. If you or a loved one has been recently diagnosed with dementia or Alzheimer's or some sort of other cognitive issue, please do not wait to update your estate plan. We frequently see people who have waited too long. And once you've waited too long after this type of diagnosis, you get to the point where the estate plan can no longer be updated. And these tips I just mentioned are not possible to implement. So if this is you or a loved one, please make sure you reach out to your estate planning attorney quickly to get these issues addressed. Now, if you have further questions or would like to talk to us about updating your estate plan, please don't hesitate to give us a call. We'd be happy to chat with you about it.